Welcome, everyone. It's so great to see you on this Sunday morning. Thank you for investing some time in your health and in you. My name is Carmen Murray, and I am the owner of Spherical Healing. As a conscious woman, I have spent the last 20 years shifting my own health to become more aligned with the gifts I have to offer the world. In the past 3 years, I've stepped out of teaching in a classroom and into mentoring and supporting people who are tired of struggling and want easeful living and joy in their lives. By combining my love of self-healing and awareness with my knowledge of Ayurveda, body talk, and access consciousness, I inspire people to unapologetically show up as themselves and shine their light in our world. When people begin to do this from a place of being whole, they start to see their power of attraction and the amazing possibilities which exist in their lives. As a former school teacher, I get it. This world is crazy right now. You might be feeling unmotivated and overwhelmed with not a lot of hope. You might be feeling that you've lost your mojo, and it's frustrating and discouraging to feel crappy about how you feel and how you look, and the physical pain that may be going on in your body, and you have no idea about how to get rid of it, or what you're doing is just not working. So I totally get it. Some of you might be feeling like shit right now, and let's look at how a detox might support you. So this is my story. I have walked where you're walking, and I'm here to help you walk the walk so that you can begin to feel better. I was exhausted, and I thought I was doing the right things. I thought I was being healthy. I remember the physical part of being exhausted. I used to sleep 16 hours, never feeling like I had the energy to do the basic things, the ones that actually brought me joy. Is anybody have that going on? Are you feeling exhausted because you can't do those things that you actually love with your family or even just for you? I had constant headaches. From the time I was 13, I started getting migraines, bad ones, and had them up until I was 33. So during that time of my life, like when I was 22, the prime of my life, when I should have been healthy and enjoying things, I had daily headaches that just sucked, were painful, and they really affected what I could and couldn't do. I'm curious to know if any of you suffer from headaches, whether they're full-blown migraines or just daily headaches here and there from various different things. I also was overheated. I wore tank tops in the winter when it was 20 below and people thought I was crazy, but my body was always hot and felt yucky and stagnant. It was just like, ugh, was how I felt regularly, which didn't leave me feeling very sexy or sensual, or that I wanted to engage with very many people at that young age in my life when I was looking for a partner. I also had extra weight, and that extra weight multiplied after I had my son 15 years ago. And I had an extra 20 pounds that it did not matter what I did, it stayed on. And then I realized I had a thyroid challenge. So it's just like, as I ignored the signs that were going on, I started to get some disease in my body. Anybody else have 10 extra pounds on their body or more that they just can't seem to get rid of? And it shows up in the mirror each day. That is such a frustrating thing. We are programmed to look in the mirror. And when we look in the mirror, we don't always feel great. And sometimes we look at it more than once a day. So I totally get the extra weight. So the other thing for me was I had no energy to do anything and I had to make a living. So I went to work and I was a server. And so as a server with a headache that worked in a restaurant that you could smoke in, it didn't help it. And so I couldn't bring my A game. And as you know, servers make money from tips. And so I'm curious to know if I had been able to bring my A game more often, how much more money I would have made. So job? How is it affecting your job, how you feel right now? I was really in the fake it until you make it mode. And I think the worst of all, when I look back, is that I couldn't show up in my relationship fully, which was a new relationship. I was 22-ish, had a new man in my life, was super excited, but I didn't have the energy to be interested in intimacy. I had a lack of patience for really getting to know who he was on a deeper level. And I don't know that the space that I was in, napping all the time and not having energy to do anything, allowed him to get to know me on that deeper level. So that's my journey about where I was at with my health before I stepped into detoxes. And now that I understand the science behind the detoxing, it makes a lot of sense. And I want to share that science with you now, because even though I'm not a science person, I know that some of you may be science people, and the science is what really helps you get whether it's a fit for you or not. So it's really interesting, and lots of you know this, that our body actually has a natural detoxing ability. Our body is like a well-oiled machine when it runs optimally. The challenge that due to our busy lives, the stress, our jobs, our family, our daily wear and tear, sometimes our detoxifying system does not work effectively. Harvard Medical School talks that 95% of our serotonin is produced in our gut. And serotonin is a neurotransmitter that helps regulate sleep, appetite, mediate mood, and inhibit pain. And so if our serotonin is not being produced properly because our gut is not supported and healthy, it's messing with our emotions. It's messing with what we choose to eat. It's messing with how our body is able to tolerate and alleviate pain. A research interpreter, Gerda Endemann, also states that our toxins are not just from our food. They come from our water. They come from the air we breathe, our home care products, what we put on our body. And so those are important things to take into mind too. And then the Mayo Clinic also talks about detoxifying is a great way to jumpstart our body to making healthier choices as we move forward and shift those choices into our everyday choices. So I know I've given you my story, some research, which might be a lot to take in. I want to have you actually start to feel what it's going to feel like after your detox, and maybe feel some of the things that I felt too. So I want you to take a few breaths, and I want you to imagine what your life could be like if you felt like I did after I started detoxing in my life. Imagine you have the energy to go all day long in your job. And then you still have the energy when you come home to connect with your partner intimately, to hang out with your kids, and actually care, have the energy to care where they're at in their day, not just have it be lip service. Imagine yourself cooking nutritious meals where you feel proud to serve them to your family, and you have the time to sit down and enjoy those meals with your family. Imagine you have less pain in your body. There's less inflammation. And that you can actually move how you want to. You can get down on the floor and play with your kids or your grandkids. You can climb under your desk and get the pen that you dropped. You're really starting to get your mojo back. And you look in the mirror in your favorite jeans and you're feeling proud about what you feel like. You look in that mirror and you're excited to go on your date with your husband. And you're excited to showcase and show up with your girlfriends because your body is feeling amazing. And so taking a few breaths and feeling that in your body, that you've come out on the other side of that detox, you're feeling great, Your body is energized. And you're excited about the things you get to do. I want you to be aware of where you feel that in your body. What happens in your energy? Do you get a little bit excited about life? Do you get excited about what you're up to? And so take a moment and feel that within your body. Allowing yourself to take a few breaths there. And I want to tell you too that there's a part of this that can be easeful. And there's the part that you're going to need to do the work. I can't wave my magic wand as much as I'd like to and make this all happen for you. Being in a supported group can make it seem like it's not such a challenge. And there are steps that you are going to have to take. So my business coach says, tell them that it's going to be easy. And I'm like, I'm going to tell you it's going to be easy. And then there's going to be the parts where it's real and it's more challenging and it's hard. And those are the parts that you reach out and say, hey, Carmen, I'm having some trouble, help me out, because I am totally here for you. So that being said, when we look at this spring detox, what's in it for you? You get all of the feelings that we just talked about that I had you visualize. And I can't tell you everything and all of the benefits that you're going to get out of it because it's a personal journey for each person. What I can tell you is that I will guide you weekly through emails, through live calls that you hop on with the rest of the members that are in the detox. You will receive a detox recipe package with recipes that are simple, that you can add into your life, add in with just yourself, or even add into your family meals. When I do detoxes, what I'm eating is usually a side for my family, so I'm not cooking extra. So making it simple in that way. You'll get a seasonal reset package that walks you through the detox, that gives you an idea of what to expect throughout the whole detox. You'll get the tools and knowledge to make the choices which work for you in your lifestyle. You will also get a one-on-one 15-minute coaching call with me. It can be at the beginning to set yourself up, or it can be partway through the detox to support you in something you're feeling challenged with, or it can be at the end to recap and go over and actually acknowledge and celebrate and digest the shifts you've made so that you can ground them in your body and create more of that in your life.